ladies and gentlemen. This is Sins and Consequences, a Blades in the Dark actual play podcast presented by Dragon's Greed Gaming. Just right off the bat, I would just like to thank Sid and Fable once again for providing some excellent music. As I edit episodes, I get to listen to different sections of the songs. I'm always picking up new things. I just really actually enjoy the music that they compose for this. If you want to check out their stuff, their YouTube's down below. They have a glam rock band known as the Blam Blams, also linked in the description below. And yeah, I just think if you can check them out, support them any way you can, that would be awesome. What else do we got going on? We got Gen Con. If you don't have tickets to our events, unfortunately they're all sold out. But if anyone doesn't show and you're there the day of, we can always swing something out. Or if you just even stop by and say hi to Chris or I or Adam, or even Sean will be there as well. We would of course love to say hi, and we're hoping that we'll have some swag ready. With the new logo, we have a new logo coming out, guys, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'd also just very quickly like to say, by the time this episode's released, we should have some character art for our four main characters, for Ludes, Vey, Myri, and Albatross. Those art pieces are done by Nightlin. Nightlin is a cast member and also the wife of the GM on the What the Dice podcast. Yeah, they're just like really nice people. They do fantastic work, a breeze to work through. So if you want to check out our commissions, if you like what you see, I highly recommend it. It's well worth any money you spend. That is also going to be linked on anywhere I post the images, just so that they're more direct. Just do that on Facebook and on the Discord and on our Facebook and on our Patreon, which is another thing you can check out. Now that I'm done speaking like an advertisement, I'm just going to introduce our players, starting with Ethan. He was not ready.
He definitely was not. I was looking at different character sheets because I'm kind of interested. Anyway, just having fun, being distracted. Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm going to be playing Vey Helker, or Vey. He is a spider. In the last session, Vey went over to Lord Skurlock's manor, had a quick chat, and decided on stealing some paintings instead of actually, pushing back on this war and amount of territory that like a rival gang has been pushing up on, because I thought it would be an easier thing to do, especially without having the full cast with us last week. It has gone surprisingly well so far, but we did kind of leave on a bit of a cliffhanger, and so I'm going to guess that this is going to immediately start downhill, and we're going to have to climb our way back out.
Okay. I am. Well, we'll see how it goes. You guys roll your die, and we'll see what happens. But Ethan, I have a question. I was playing the game with my wife earlier, just comparing bands, just to kind of learn a little bit about each other here. So, Ethan, do you prefer Sublime, like the band Sublime, or Coldplay?
Oh, that's I'd probably go with Coldplay, but I know, yeah.
I would prefer. I was like, I will take the sound of the wind. The sound of the wind with my windows rolled down and no music over Coldplay.
Why? You don't like the song Yellow? Like you too good for the song Yellow? Because it's or Viva la
yeah,
the scientist.
What do you got? Any kind of Coldplay? I'm not in. I'm out.
I actively don't listen to either, but I had to pick one.
That's fair.
I mean,
That's
not that
fair.
Sublime's bad either. It's just one of those. It's painting me into a bad spot there.
No worries. I picked those two just to fuck with you. All right, and we'll move right on here. Myri, tell us a bit about your character, and then I'm going to ask you a question too about bands.
Well, I don't think Myri's playing a character.
but
No,
I'm
a CJ. I'm CJ. Roll it back.
CJ is going to be played by Myri, who will be playing Myri.
Myri will be playing CJ today.
And CJ's just gonna be in like blazing. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here?
CJ's gonna go into work and start some fucking fires.
I thought you were going to do your intro with your accent. Well, the thing is...
Oh, no. I'll roll that back. I'll do a proper introduction because I know your name. I promise.
It's only
All right,
two
ladies and
letters.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else that's listening. If you don't identify, I don't care. This is the indomitable, the unshakable CJ DeBono. CJ,
Hi.
take it
Yeah.
off. Not what I meant to say, but go.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, three contact. Where's HR in Dragon's Great Game?
Take it off.
Yeah, I guess that'd
Hi,
be
I'm
Chris.
CJ. I play Myri Skelko, and she is the group's. I keep forgetting what I want to say. Tinkerer, but that's not what it is.
It's
It's a
leech.
leech. It's a leech.
Yeah,
There's a lot of tinkering.
that's fair.
Yes, that is
Does-
true.
Does
Leech does
CJ
tinker.
have? Does haven't CJ or does C? Well, oh my god!
You're fucked.
I'm sorry. I'm
Today.
fucking tired.
He messed you up.
Me
You're off the
too.
rhythm.
Does Myri have any feelings about the score that they're currently?
Does Myri have any feelings? Period.
No. Well, like I said, we had a little bit of a bump at the end of the road, but otherwise, it's been going pretty good. We got a lot, like the setup and everything was pretty good. We
Yeah.
got the information we did, so it started out pretty good. Let's hope, and it's just a little hiccup in the road, but
Mm-hmm. All right, and then CJ.
yeah,
We're not talking about Myri anymore.
okay.
Okay. Do you prefer the Offspring or Metric?
I'm gonna make you feel real bad. I don't know either of those.
What the
Ooh, you're
fuck is
old,
wrong with you?
Aaron.
I'm kidding.
You're old.
We're
I
Americans.
am old.
We're Americans. We don't use
You
metric.
don't know. You don't know the band. You don't know Metric.
No.
That's crazy to me. They're like amazing. Have you seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yes.
You know the song that NB Adams sings, Black Sheep. Like that's his ex-girlfriend that has like the bigger,
Yeah.
better show. That's Metric.
Okay. Then that's the only thing I know them for.
That's fair. So I guess
I
it's
guess-
them.
I guess it's them.
Right. I would pick the Offspring.
See, I would pick Metric, and I love the Offspring, but I love Metric more. Emily hates his
I'm gonna
dad.
disagree with everyone on everything they pick.
That's fair. All right. Well, Adam,
Oh,
you're going to disagree with yourself next.
easy.
Tell us about your character. Well, actually, maybe hold off on talking about your character unless you want to talk about Ludes a little bit.
I do want to talk about Ludes for a little bit. Can we do that? Can I talk about Ludes for a little
Yeah.
bit?
Yeah.
Let me talk to you guys about Ludes for a little bit. He's weird.
Or,
He's super weird. He's a creep. He's a real weird creep. And I love
We've
it.
Albatross definitely figured it out when he pulled a pin.
hold the
Yeah,
pin?
you gotta do what you gotta do. But I've been thinking about Ludes a lot for the past, week and a half. I wrote up not like a super huge thing, but I wrote up a little backstory thing for him. All the ideas about him that have been kicking around in my head. I kind of crawled into his headspace earlier, and I sent it to Aaron. You guys don't get to see it. Fuck you guys. But I sent it to Aaron. Because I wanted him to know what's going on in my head. And, I inhabited this Lude's headspace heavily this morning. And, man, he's a sad guy. It's real depressing.
Yeah. There was a thing where I was having, I think I was having lunch when I actually opened up this thing that, it was just a document that got sent to me by Adam. Just said Lude's backstory. I opened it up, and I too read that and was like, I don't think Adam's okay.
I'm
Thank
fine.
you.
I'm totally fine. All of this stuff, it is, my life right now, the place I'm at in my life is pretty great. It's pretty great. I'm happy with everything that's going on. Ludes is miserable. And, made me kind of sad. Sad for this fictional guy that I made up and decided to torment with backstory. But it doesn't matter. Like none of my parents are both alive. You know, I've never been all the way homeless.
I'm like, Lucas. Yeah.
Never been to jail.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
I've never even gone to visit.
That's wild. I've never been to jail either. I just want to be clear.
I've been to court.
I've been to court. I went to traffic court a couple weeks ago.
Dude, all right.
Got my case dismissed.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna get derailed
Same.
before we even hit the rails.
I know.
One time, I was gonna go to traffic court, right? I was gonna be late, you know. You know how that goes. So I got into my car and I was ready to start driving, probably too fast to go to traffic court, or not traffic court. It was traffic, the mandatory traffic class for already having been convicted of driving too fast. I was probably gonna speed to it. But on my way, driving through my apartment complex, going, I don't know, I'm in the parking lot thing. I'm going maybe like 15, maybe. You know those like big like enclosures they keep the trash inside of, like the big dumpsters inside of? It's like a little wooden little thing. I'm driving. And I'm getting close to one of those. And from behind it, this is all real. None of this is made up. None of it's embellished. From behind it, kid on a bike soars out right in front of my car. I fucking hit him. Little kid on a bike. He must have been maybe like 7, 8. Hit him with my car.
Oh,
86 Buick Skyhawk. Hit him. Kid went up onto the fucking front of the car, and I panic. You know, as you do when you hit a kid with your car. And he's up on the hood, and I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get out of my car. You know, like I open the door, I'm wearing a seatbelt, I'm trying to get out. The car's still in drive. Like I couldn't fucking figure out so I eventually figure out, put it in park, take off seatbelt, get out of car. And the kid looks up at me. This probably all took like 3 seconds. He looks up at me. I'm like, thank God he's alive. Thank God he's alive. And he gets up, and he looks around, and he picks up his bike, and he looks at me, and he starts to cry. And I'm like, oh no. And then he tries to ride off on the bike. I'm like, no way in hell. Like, there's no way this is going to be a hit and run. No way. So I get the kid, and I'm like, no, you know, you're not going to run away. I'm like, where's your parents? Where are your parents? Where are your parents? And, you know, he's crying, and, like, I walk back, and, like, dude, we walk through this parking lot in the same direction I came from. This kid's parents live 2 apartments below me. Same building, directly below. His mom comes out, and she sees this white dude with her black kid, and she looks pissed, and she comes out, and I'm like, I was driving in the parking lot, and he came out from behind the dumpster, and then she grabs this kid, looks me in the eyes, and starts hitting this kid in the back of the head. She's like, what did I tell you about riding your bike in the parking lot? And I was like, oh, thank fucking God. And then I went to traffic class, and I was late. That's it. That's my story.
So the kid wanted it to be a hit and run, but you wouldn't let it be.
The kid wanted it to be a hit and run because the kid knew that his mom was going to smack the shit out of him. And I was like, there's no way in hell. Like, if this kid's got internal bleeding or something like that, there's no way in hell they're going to be like, it was a hit and run.
No, 100%.
Yeah. If I had known that kid's mom was going to smack the shit out of him for driving in the parking lot, I would have been like, run. Run, kid, run.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then I went to traffic class. Then I was late.
Nice.
They're like,
And
sorry,
I
I'm
didn't tell
late.
them why. They're like, I was late because I was committing vehicular manslaughter.
If I could add something to that, I actually almost got run over by a car when I was a kid.
It was me.
It was at a park. I saw the car. I saw the van. I jumped up and I hung onto the actual like hood of the car, and I was like, oh, I'm safe. I'm not dead. I mean, if I didn't jump and grab onto the hood, I probably would have been knocked the hell back. But that wasn't the end of the story. I saw a family playing baseball just across the park that I was at, where I almost got run over. I was playing baseball with the same family that almost ran me over.
Nice. Nice. I'm proud of you. All right, Adam. I'm gonna make this. It's tricky because I've been showing you stuff.
Sure.
Okay, Chris Parnell or Weezer?
Chris Parnell isn't that a comedian?
Soundgarden.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Who's the guy from Saturday Night Live?
I think maybe I'm getting the voice actor confused. the guy who plays Jerry on Rick and Morty.
That's Chris Parnell. Yeah. Dude.
Okay, whatever.
I'm
Okay.
like, Chris Parnell.
Soundgarden or Weezer?
Oh man. I gotta go Weezer.
Yeah, Weezer's rad. I saw them live. It's not cute.
Ooh, I have my sophomore year yearbook has 2 signatures from guys from Weezer in it.
Damn.
They did not go to my high school.
I'm
They are
assuming
much
not.
older than me. They are much older than me. I brought my yearbook to a signing thing. I was like, I don't know who Weezer is. And I brought my yearbook, and 2 of them signed it, and I got 2 of them to sign the CD that my buddy wanted to get signed.
Nice.
I mean, that's that's one hell of a consolation for Weezer.
I'm gonna disappear for a second. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay,
Oh,
you go
God.
get it. I'm gonna talk to Dio.
Show
Dio,
and tell.
tell us a bit about Albatross. His feelings about what's happening right now. His feelings about seeing Valeris, who is the band that you saw at the end of last week's episode. Here, I'll even show you the art, just so you can get angry at his face.
But yeah, he was, like,
Motivation.
really
Here we go.
happy
Ooh,
looking. How can he look so happy?
with all the atrocities he's committed. How does he feel about him? Okay, let's see.
Just the core emotion, you know? Like, is it rage? Is it despair? Is it envy? Sloth? Gluttony? Pride?
Definitely rage.
There we go. So enraged at the sight of his mortal enemy, Valeris, a happy-looking Akarosi spy. And, Dio, I don't know too much about what you listen to, so I'm gonna say Evanescence or Linkin Park.
Oh, that one's easy. Linkin Park.
Oh, I knew
What?
he was gonna say Linkin Park.
Yeah,
Linkin Park is rad, but they're not better than Evanescence.
okay. I have this disdain for Evanescence, and it's not because they're a bad band. It is because Evanescence went through this kind of, and if anything, it's a testament to like how good their music is. They overplayed the shit out of it, at school, and like when someone repeats something in my ear, it was as bad as the one time that a kid was playing My Chemical Romance, playing Black Parade nonstop at a flea market. I was working at that flea market. They played it for 6 hours straight. And that's how I felt about Evanescence. I hated the music because My Immortal would come out and I'm like, stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. And then YouTube took over with it. So I was done with that. Linkin Park was on my nerve too for specifically a few songs, but like at least I still like Linkin Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you hit me with 2 bands that I felt very passionate about, but I will never listen to consciously, except for Linkin Park, maybe for a few tracks. But that's it. Hell,
Damn.
actually, funny enough, there's a joke to this. My buddy knows how much I hated Evanescence. He gave me the very album that My Immortal is on. I have it somewhere. And I'm like, why did you give me this? And it's like, because you hate him. And I know you do.
That's a best friend right there.
Shout out to Eric, you asshole. I still have that CD. And I love you.
There you go. All right, Adam, show and tell. Show us these signatures. It's invisible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
just
the-
like you.
damn,
Background.
that signature. Mwah.
Oh,
Yo.
oh, you got Pat's. Does that say Pat's?
It is hard to tell what it
Gotta
says.
be more of your face. Put more of your face in front of the book.
That's
There
fair.
we go.
Which
And the other one
since
somewhere.
it's show and tell.
I
There we
can't.
go.
Evanescence.
It's right here. I'm touching it. Why is it invisible?
Wait, but
It's
let's see,
real,
let's
I
see, let's see.
promise.
All right.
There it is.
Jesus Christ, I
Awesome.
love how this looks like one of those like what's it called? Billy Mays here.
Yeah, right.
Also,
Also, next one I've got the signature of the dude that takes the tickets on the train that I rode to go get these signatures.
you got him to
He
sign
said-
it with a.
He said, "Best of luck in future endeavors."
Oh, dude, that's such a nice ticket. Like, I
I
mean,
bet
stamping guy.
he meant it.
He's like, I really hope you figure your shit out because this is weird as stuff. No, I'm kidding.
This kid really thinks he thinks that fondly of me to get a signature. I know this means nothing to him, but like, thank you. And it's just, Science it.
I
Best
have not
endeavors.
looked at my old yearbooks in fucking decades, and let me tell you, I don't recognize most of these people's names.
That's fair. I mean,
Erica Schwann, no clue. Sorry.
yeah, get fucked.
Oh, Liz, the girl from the train. Nice.
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 All right,
She's got nice handwriting.
there you go. All right, are you gonna say more names?
Just go.
Yeah, ignore me.
Okay.
Let's move along.
Okay,
I've
so
wasted enough of my own time.
no worries. My name is Eric, also known as Poultrygeist. Weirdly enough, I also saw an old yearbook of mine where me and Ethan both graduated from elementary school, and I was looking at that today.
Oh,
Oddly
that's a real
Cringe,
weird coincidence.
cringe.
Yeah, I'll send a picture into the Dragon's Roost of Ethan as a child.
I
so
really
can
hope
look
you
at
have
it.
some very embarrassing style choices.
No, Ethan was
Ridiculous
embarrassed.
bowl cut.
That
just-
was me.
I didn't have the
Oh,
bowl
fair.
cut, but I didn't know what I was doing with my hair. It wasn't until like I got like through college when I went, oh, sweep it to the side. Up until then, it was always just flat and down, and I hate it.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I was like 24 when I went to a barber for the first time instead of like first choice haircuts.
when you guys were in high school, did everybody have boner bangs? You guys remember that for dudes? Boner bangs?
No,
Bangs would like stick out the front. Hardcore.
no. But you gotta remember,
I'm-
we're so much younger than you, Adam.
I
Like,
knew a
I'm
guy who had a
so-
boner bang.
Quite
I'm
possible.
so young and
It's quite
virulent.
possible. Young and virulent.
Yes. All right. And with that all being said, introductions are done. We're gonna get into some Blades in the Dark, guys. We're playing Blades in the Dark. Dio. Last week, actually, I'll do a quick recap. I'll do a quick recap of the score, and what happened before then. So, Vey went and had a meeting with Lord Skrilla, where he mentioned that some of the problems that they've been having, in the last like week or so, where you've been having trouble getting the high quality supplies that you've managed to upgrade to since becoming a tier 1 faction, because members of the Path of Echoes have actually been threatening local storekeepers to not provide you with goods.
Oh, what the fuck?
When you brought that information, Lord Skrillock seemed pretty concerned about it, that these people from Charter Hall would come to Six Towers, his domain, start threatening people that were under his protection, including you. And he said, I'll definitely look into that. But then he said, I actually have something I could do if you would be willing to do me a favor. And so he requested that the Soul Seekers help him embarrass a rival noble. Specifically, I forget his name. So I'm gonna look into Ethan's notes because he probably made it.
Elijah Greenwich.
Elijah Greenwich. Yes, Elijah Greenwich, the grandson of a woman named Adelaide Greenwich. They own an art gallery in Bright Towers. The art gallery was purchased, and this whole event that you guys are at is kind of a sham because Elijah Greenwich is known to be a mediocre artist. But
Take that.
because his grandmother owns the gallery, he's gonna be the headline at this. It's a gathering. It's a silent auction.
Soiree.
And it's a soiree. Absolutely. And so you guys had put together some sort of plan. Albatross met with a group of Tykerosi caterers and a restaurant owner out in Coleridge that were catering the event, and discovered that many of them were actually with him when he first made the trek from Tykeros to Agros. And that many of them are probably also spies. And what else happened? You guys got some stuff set up. There was only one small issue that you had, which was that Myri had put together a device to turn off all the lights at the same time, but discovered that somebody had tampered with two of them, explicitly the ones that are directly above where the paintings are going to be that you need to replace. Because the end goal is to replace, I believe there's 3 paintings with forgeries that Lord Skurlock has provided for you. And it has to happen while the party's happening because they would have checked it before. Myri and Vey and Albatross are at the party, and just at the very end of the last week's session, Albatross bumped into a man named Valeris. Valeris is, as Albatross would know, a member of the Imperial military. He would know this because years and years ago, would have been about 8 years ago, Albatross was on a caravan, transporting thousands of Tycherosi immigrants south until they met Akaros. Albatross would also know that this convoy of people were members of the military and trained spies for the Tycherosi government. You were traveling with your brother, were you not? I think we talked about this, Dio.
Yeah.
And it's always night in the Shattered Isles, but one evening, as you guys were making your trek down, many of, you started out with about 10,000 strong, leaving from Tycheros. You're maybe down to 8,000 or so people, losing people to sickness and fatigue and besiegments from the flora, the fauna, just the hard-won road south. It's not a journey that everyone can survive, but you come across, on the path that you plan to take, several felled trees. And you know you have to divert away from the worn path that people have taken before you. And would you be driving one of these carriages?
Yes, Albatross would be in charge of taking care of one of the caravans as they go through. There would be drivers, maybe a few guards that would keep care for any of the younger Tycherosi children that would be there, and anyone who was incapable of fighting.
Okay, so you're probably 4 or 5 of these carriages back, and there's well over maybe 2 dozen. Some of them are just carrying people, some of them carrying supplies. Your brother is actually leading the charge, and so he's one of the first carriages to start to divert. You guys move left off the path, and you go to move around. After a while, you see light in the darkness just before a bomb descends into the back of the carriage that he's driving. It explodes. There's nothing you could have done. And the wood, it burns, it splinters, it crashes onto the dirt and the soil. And then a second one comes. And a third. And a fourth. And then the carriages start to explode around you. What do you do?
Albatross would start veering off into the beaten path and start kind of roaming around, trying to see if there was anything that would merit, or basically trying to find out where all these bombs are coming from. What directions are they flying from?
You find that they are coming from kind of behind a hill, like kind of to your right, I suppose. So basically, you had to diverge off the path. Your brother leading the charge chose to go left. It goes around this hill, and then that's when the bombs started to drop. Just as like 4 or 5 of these carriages started to get under. You start to hear explosions behind you, just as you recognize where the bombs were coming from. It's very dark, but you can see silhouettes moving quickly and darting in the shadows at the top of the hill. You hear screams of your people. Sorry, go ahead.
Albatross is gonna look back to see what happened. To see if he finds his brother.
You go to look at the carriage that you know your brother was in. You see it's aflame, and you see your brother crawling through the dirt towards the hill. His legs are blown off. And as you approach him, several men descend upon the hill carrying muskets, bayonets. I'm assuming that you would fight them.
Yes.
And you do. You fight these men. Lots of other people also engage with these men. Unfortunately, by the time that the battle has ended, you see that your brother has died. Probably about 2,000 people died as a result of this attack. You go to get back onto your carriage and start now that the violence has died, and you clear a path. As you start to drive, a hand touches your shoulder, and you turn around, and you see the kindly, smiling face of an Akarosi man.
Who are you?
He scampers and he sits beside you, and he says, he takes off his floppy, kind of old, worn out top hat, and he folds it up together, and he says, "My name is Valeris, and I think that you and your lot should turn around. It's a tragedy what happened to you today. And I'd hate to have to do it. Yes, it is. I don't rejoice in slaying thousands of people, but that's what's going to have to happen if you keep sending spies and military men to our nation. You're not welcome here." And he flops off the side and rolls under the carriage. And maybe you stop the carriage and you go to look for him, and he's gone. As you continue south over the few weeks, you keep finding that goods are going missing and people are starving. Wheels on carriages are getting damaged. You're having to take long detours that lead you to more dangerous areas because someone has dug an intricate pitfall in the middle of the road. Periodically, you feel like maybe you're paranoid, maybe it's real. You see Valeris out of the corner of your eye. You are maybe days away from that moment that we first met you in the show. When you arrived in See the Eastern Thing, the most eastern city of Akaros, arrived at your destination with those that can survive. And it's then, and only then, that you wake up after taking your rest, and beside you is the decapitated head of your brother. And a note that says, "A gift from the Empire." Signed, Valeris.
Albatross is going to grab his brother's head and begin to mourn.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have that moment where we maybe see Albatross as a younger man with the tears in his eyes. And we come back to the modern day, where Albatross is posing as a caterer at a sophisticated event in Brightstone, in Duskfall, where he's lived for nearly a decade, working as a spy, trying to find Valeris, though Valeris has always seemed to know where you are, periodically leaving you presents and notes. He seemed to have been keeping an eye on you over these years. But now he stands by you face to face with a smile on his face, wearing his Sunday best, and he winks at you.
Albatross smiles.
He approaches you. You're holding a tray of food, I'm assuming, or I'm gonna say you're holding a tray of food. Some Tycherosi fare. They are crab claws, like kind of served in these like glasses. He picks one up, and he says, "Thank you, good sir." And he proceeds to eat the meal in front of you before setting the glass down. And he says, "There's always been a lack of Tycherosi culture in our society. It's nice to see you here. Where do you hail from?"
From the north.
But yes, obviously. So you were born in Tycheros, of course. You seem so familiar. Have we met before? You remind me like an echo in my mind.
Albatross continues to mutter, but the stare does not leave his eyes. His tear ducts are dry. And he stares at him with intent. For those in the
Wow.
echo, for those who could hear the waters, you don't hear anything, but you feel an emotion.
You say that out loud to him?
No, this is going through the mind connection that everyone else has.
Through the water.
Hmm.
An intent to kill.
Valeris, he nods politely to you, and as he leaves, he reaches to his jacket pocket on his breast and he pats it and winks once again and walks away, kind of dispersing into the crowd. You see him talking to some other nobles.
Albatross looking down at his missing arm. You see the mechanism shaking. Takes a few profound deep breaths. The shaking stops. And the murderous intent starts to settle through the waters. And in there he says, "Things have become much more complicated. There's an Imperial spy here. One who can kill us all without batting an eye. We have to rethink this plan."
Vey and Myra, you hear that. And Vey, I'm not sure 100%. You were talking to the Grey Cloaks, the security guards. You had just drugged them. You see them kind of going to sit off in the corner, and you hear some of the other nobles comment about how unprofessional the Grey Cloaks are. Myra, you hear that. You know that you have these two lights, or these two switches that you have to resolve or fix before too long. And then you hear Albatross, and you feel maybe his intent, his rage and his murderous intent, and he says that there's an Imperial spy in the midst.
Isn't this just the shits? Brand will look okay. Trying to think of what we're gonna do now.
You know, this was supposed to be an easy job.
This was supposed to be an easy job.
Give us 2 weeks to think about, or give us a week to think about it, and then you kick us off with like, all right, everything's changed.
Oh,
Okay.
fucked.
Well, has everything changed? Or I don't think what you're doing is a concern of the Imperial. The Imperial. Do
I
they
was
even
say we
care?
just keep doing. We gotta keep doing what we're doing, but like,
Yeah.
let's not shoot anybody. How about that? That wasn't part of the plan, but let's not do that.
Do you tell Albatross that?
You need to. You need to. Be very clear. With that.
Albatross.
Look. I understand you're upset. Let's keep the gun away for now. Let's just try get what we're doing. Get this done and get out. If there's a spy, I don't particularly want to hang around. Let's do what we're doing. Get out.
Finish this job as quickly as possible, and then we can deal with the next obstacle that comes our way.
Where are the lights?
I'm working on it.
How many of them are there? 4?
What, lights?
Yeah.
There's a few lights around. It's just that there's 2
Yeah.
that are directly by where the paintings are going to be, and if they don't go off, it's going to be pretty obvious that we're snatching them out.
There
Yeah,
are 4
there's-
lights.
Yeah, sure. There's 4 lights that are affected by this.
All right, never mind. That's I guess too nerdy for all of you guys.
Okay, my bad. But yeah, Myra, you say you're gonna work on it. How are you gonna work on this?
I mean, an easy solution would be move 2 working ones from where they are and try to slap them on. And just decide 2 other places where it's okay for the lights to be on.
You don't have to go with the easiest solution.
There's also, I just thought out maybe like overcharging it so that like all the lights get affected.
Sure,
Or something.
I'm into that. Is that what you want to do in this moment?
Sure.
I mean, everything else for the plan is set up, presumably.
Yeah.
It's like
there's-
yeah, as long as we have a way for people not to be looking at the swap, then I think everything else is kind of there for Albatross to do the swap.
Mm-hmm.
Does Myri communicate this to the Mind social media?
Yeah. It's like, she would give a heads up when she's blowing this thing up, or like, okay, like getting ready, get position. I'm setting things up.
Do you need a distraction?
This is the distraction, isn't it?
This is the distraction. Turn the lights off so you can get in, get out.
Well, you can't work on something without being seen in a big place like this, especially with the lights. Definitely would be, unless you like hide somewhere behind the lights. I don't know how this like would be like.
That's fair. Yeah, I would say that like you could give an assist
Yeah.
for sure if you want to make a distraction or something.
Please assist. I don't have the stress to push it.
Then Albatross would go into the kitchen and start speaking to the other Tychrosi. And basically start passing notes to them. And every note that gets passed through immediately burns upon reading it.
Okay.
Almost like the calling cards.
Imagine one poor guy is too slow at reading and it burns up before he finishes.
Birds
Aw.
and ah,
Oh, wait, oh.
So
And
you-
one of the Tychrosi would walk out of the kitchen and with a drink in his hand would accidentally bump into one of the nobles and spill the drink all over their clothing.
Oh, and she's so upset. She's like, "Excuse me, what what is happening? Everyone look at me. You see what happened here?"
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me clean that up for you.
You are a fool. And she smacks your hand away, but then when you go to like walk away, she's like, "What are you doing? You come and clean this up."
pamper me, damn it.
And she is making quite the scene, which
And
will.
it wouldn't be
work
Albatross.
to
It would
it.
be one of the other Tychrosi.
That's fair. Sorry. But yes, she is berating this Tychrosi person and being obstinate and difficult, and in this moment that would work well enough to assist.
Okay. Would you say wreck or tinker to try and get all the lights out? I guess it'd be wrecked because I'm also trying to supercharge to get like the other two lights out.
So the way that this will go, if you choose wreck, it's gonna be a little riskier.
Okay.
But both will be effective. Like they'll both have standard effect. I mean, it's gonna be risky for standard, or it's gonna be controlled for standard.
Okay, tinker.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, controlled for standard. +1 die for that. For that assist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you could push yourself for more die.
That
for
will
greater
immediately traumatize me, which is a hilarious thing to get traumatized over.
Kicking a session off with 9 stress, it's like I can definitely feel CJ's like, I'm doing one thing and then I'm stepping back. Like that's I
Yeah.
respect that.
Absolutely. So
Look,
yeah.
I'm fine with getting trauma. I just don't feel like this is a thing to be traumatized over.
Right.
God
That's
damn it!
fair.
I didn't turn off the lights.
And remember, when I offer a consequence, you can always resist, or someone else can protect to resist,
Okay. Well, here we go.
including Adam.
Oh. All right.
If you feel like that's the time to step in.
It raises
He's
eyebrow.
just burst through the window. Hey guys,
Yes,
I'm here.
something along those lines.
Okay, here we go.
It's a partial success. Okay.
That was a bad roll.
That's pretty bad.
Well, you got a partial success, so it succeeds. The lights go out. As you do, a minor complication occurs. The woman that was freaking out before is joined by a cacophony of men and women who are not prepared to be inconvenienced at all. And they all immediately start yelling and shouting and pushing. And Myri, you find yourself like kind of caught in between like a midst of like 5 or 6 of these people as they kind of like are bumbling around in the dark. And so like wherever you need to go next, you're kind of stuck here with them.
Okay.
Do we get a Velma thing where she gets bumped and her glasses fall off?
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
Actually, Myri, for shits and gigs,
Yeah.
a man grabs your arm. And he's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening. It's so dark in here. I mean, my wife just wanted to go to the art exhibit. And now this is happening. It's so dark. Can you help me? Can you help me? Now you should know a story about a time that it was dark here.
Oh no, he's back. Oh, that's so crazy.
What are the odds?
And
Pretty damn good.
yeah,
Oh my
this
God.
man is holding onto your arm, and you can tell he's like a little bit frightened. He starts telling you stories about other times he's been in dark places in a world where there's no sun.
That's,
The fish market, it gets pretty dark there.
Wouldn't you know it? It's Edwin Smith.
It is Edward Smith. How did you know?
One time I blinked for too long. It got real dark.
This man is living such a casually like peaceful life in this dark and grim world, and he's just here to be like, "Do you want to hear about it?"
Inconvenienced and letting you know about everything.
Oh God!
Yeah.
It's like,
I
you're
was
too
just
normal,
blasting
Ted.
over
Go
the-
away.
Swiry's just blasting over the mental link, like, swap the paintings, swap the paintings, swap the paintings!
They
And like
This
that.
old man has a
Oh.
very tight grip!
They and Albatross, you two have been asked to swap the painting as Myri is being held down by the most boring man in the universe.
I would ask, Ethan, should we do a flashback with the Tycherosi and Vey?
Do you think a flashback is needed, or
I mean, we have the painting here. What would we do to try to swap it out?
So
I mean,
it
we
would
got the
be
lights. Yeah, the lights are off. Like we're in position. I think.
But-
Like if it's
I thought the idea was that they were like...
But there's more to it, like framing, getting into a painting, making sure you get everything back to normal as it should without damaging the actual
no.
real painting.
you have like so somewhere stored wherever you guys think that they should
Mhm.
be, or like they're outside and like someone has them. You have exact forgeries. Like you have forged art that you need to swap out. So,
So is it like just like the actual like frame, like, because I think about it in terms of the frame itself. I assume with most art galleries they'll have it framed.
yeah.
we'll
so
assume that Lord Skurlock knew what the frames were and perfectly recreated.
also, it doesn't quite
Okay.
matter what the frames are because they're all covered with covers, right? Like there's sheets on top of them. And so like as far as I see this whole heist, it's like, you know, there are 3 paintings with like sheets on them, and we have this trolley close enough to it that have 3 paintings underneath. And so it's like a quick, like it's like an 8-second job, right? It's like take, put, cover, like, you know, or like even like put cover. Like it's, I think this is like a super fast job and we can get through it. And like if we were going through this, you know, I mean, I'd say in like, you know, as Vey, I can stand point guard. I'd use some, like, you know, I'd study the room, and I'd have like the hand up of like, all right, like watch the mark, and like go, right? And it's like at that moment when, like, you know, the crowd is the most distracted, we're gonna make the swap over, and then we're just gonna walk out like you know, at the end of every heist movie.
I would say that this might be a good opportunity for a command role, like a group command role. Because Like if anyone else has points in command or anything like that, because like maybe you've organized it with the Taikarosi people, like Albatross suggested, where it's like they ferry it through the kitchen into this cart that you have set up and back.
I see how you're calling it. Yeah.
Like or something like that. Like what's the mechanism by which who's carrying the paintings where?
Yo, I like that. Do you like that?
I like the idea of they were in like a trolley and then like lights go out and swap them in the trolley, take them back out.
Yeah.
And like it's not even Dio swapping them out or like pushing out the cart at the end, right? It's some Taikarosi, no name, no face, just pushing a cart out of the kitchen. No spotlights.
Yeah. But I do want an action roll for this moment. How smoothly does it go? It's dark. There's room for error.
How confident do you feel in your command, Ethan?
You have more command than I do.
Oh really?
I'm only at 1 command over here, but
0.
Then Albatross is definitely gonna make this roll then. And
did you guys want to do it as a group action or have Ethan assist? That's where like
so.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's I think let's take it as a group action because I would love it for this heist to actually hit off without causing more and more flames to suddenly start bursting out to the seams as we try to pick up other threads.
Yeah.
And then also I'm gonna take I'll take Rook's Gambit on this one in order to pop it off as a. So it is going to be a group command roll, but I'm going to be using Consort for my role for this. And so with Consort, because I'm working out and we're having had conversations with other Taikarosi, Vey has gone in and has, word crafted enough of an explanation that, even though we're, a slightly different culture, Taikarosi understand 100% what the plan is. Like, A, B, C, D, we're going through all the motions like clockwork.
And having been on enough missions, Albatross would have been able to like translate, get everything kind of set. It would have been a smooth transition.
Okay. So this is going to be risky for standard effect, or actually great effect. You're going to do it. Like this is going to be the score's basically done. Once you get this done, and you are both going to roll your respective rolls. And we take the highest score. Whoever leads the roll will take 1 stress for anyone who fails.
All right.
I'll lead the roll.
Okay.
And it's for great effect?
Oh!
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. My man.
So we got the success, so let's just see if you take stress from not succeeding. Or if you get a crit.
I didn't even see the success. What the...
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
every
do I
once in
see
a
it.
while, Foundry has a bit of a hiccup there. You see it in the red.
But yeah, we'll wait for Albatross's roll.
Yeah, I had to refresh just because I was having issues with Foundry.
No worries.
The amount of suspension.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Yay, I'm finally here. Okay.
Ooh, I'm not muted. Sorry. Making
Oh,
snort
that's
noises.
How dare you?
How dare you? I don't want to hear your voice. I'm kidding. I love your voice, Adam. That's
like
why you're
the
on so
whole-
many podcasts.
That's
You have
why.
a
It
good
has,
voice.
it has nothing to do with me just showing up.
Ooh.
Okay,
Good thing it
and
it was a group action.
It was a group action, so you will take 1 stress as the leader of that action for your own failure.
I'll take it.
but it does succeed. Albatross, like you are distracted by Valeros and oh my god, I'm gonna say his name wrong every time. I don't
Valeris.
look at it. Valeris. So you're distracted because now that it's dark, you're like, well, where is Valeris? And like, is he gonna do something? Like, why is he here? And so you get the stress just from that. Like you can't see him. But Vey has it handled. He's already kind of dealt with these people, and it moves smoothly. Like the caterers come by, the paintings go onto the cart, and they already have the forgeries there. They get put back, and It's like nothing happened as the paintings make their way through the back of the kitchen. The lights flicker back on. And Albatross, you see Valeris standing behind Vay. And Vay, you feel the sharp pin of a dagger through your jacket on your back. He leans down and he says, you and we need to go for a walk. And so this is a high-level NPC acting before you. So you can resist, like, being escorted away from this situation, or you can go along with it.
Well, I think my legs could go for a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, why don't we go for a quick little walk?
Yeah. And Valeris, and you step out, kind of like they have like a little like garden area where people like go outside to smoke, and he takes you out there, and Albatross, you see him go this way. Myri, the man who was gripping your arm, he apologizes and he smooths out your jacket there, but he doesn't leave you alone. He's still talking to you. He's like, you know, actually, I really like your hair. Like, it's so short, so uncommon for a woman. But no, now, Edwina,
wow.
come here. And then
that's crazy.
you see
Edwina and Edwin.
Yes.
It's so boring. It's so boring. They've got the same name.
Oh.
And she goes over. She's like, you know, the funny thing is about my husband is, his name is Edwin, and my name is Edwina.
Oh, it's even worse that they brought it up.
That's so fascinating.
Oh,
Even
that's
crazier.
crazy.
My last name was Smith before I married him, and his last name is Smith too. It's because our parents are cousins.
Oh, I'm sure that's a good thing.
Oh, it went there.
And here I thought you were making fun of me because that's my story. Not the cousin part, but the last name part.
Really?
I'm a Smith who married a Smith. But it's Smith, right?
It's still
Right?
kind of weird.
No.
You guys double checked, right? You're not.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Okay.
They're not even from
Born
like
in-
the same country.
Born in different countries. We're pretty safe.
That doesn't. That's, we're neighbors, bruh. That's your cousin. I'm sticking to it.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so Vay, you are being escorted outside. Albatross, you see this. As you get outside, Valeris steps in front of you and he says, "Your friend over there. What do you know about him? The one you posing as a caterer."
Trying to get so close to me, and you haven't even asked my name yet. I'm kind of insulted.
It's okay, Mr. Helker. I know who you are.
Oh well, I appreciate it, but I wish I could return I wish I could return it to your side. Who might you be?
Valeris. Yes.
Well, Valeris, go ahead.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Helker. I've seen your work in the docks. I've seen you skittering about, attempting to earn a living. But you don't pay much attention to the company you keep, do you?
Well, I do prefer it than my company at present. You know, if you're one to be so observant of all of the folks around me, I mean, I don't think I could really help you out as far as you know, who I keep my company with.
It's okay. I'm trained. I've trained for decades to recognize a traitor when I see one. And he grips your wrist tight. And he draws the dagger. And he says, "For the Emperor." And you have a moment to react to him. Basically, he's going to murder you back here.
Okay, that's good. No, I appreciate the warning. I saw Adam's hand come up, mind you. Is that like the wanting to jump in, or? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, we just had a roll.
All right, we had a roll. Tell us about this roll, Adam.
Give me just a second here. Let me unslouch a little bit. Let me click this thing, and then click on this thing here, and then click on thing.
Modern chair technology.
Much better. All right. So, this dagger comes out. Right? This guy's got him by the hand.
Yep.
You see... you seem like an observant type. From behind him, you see one of these gray cloak guys moving around. You see him peek over this guy's shoulder a little bit, looking at you. He's looking at you real kind of weird. It's like eyeballing you real hard. And real weird. And then he steps up, gets a little bit closer, and he punches the back of this guy's head hard. Real hard. Punch him right in the back of the head. Right in the back of the head. I got a 4 to punch him in the back of the head.
Okay.
And I pushed.
And you pushed. Okay, so first of all, maybe describe this man, or if you have art to show the class.
I do. I don't have the option to. Let's see. I can.
Oh, I can do. I can do.
Yeah, you can do it. He's not dressed the way he's dressed in the character art, so don't worry about that part of that. Right now, this guy's dressed up like one of these gray cloaks. And he's wearing that uniform. I'm guessing it's some sort of gray cloak.
Whoa.
It is. Yeah. So I should have been able to show you that, guys. Yep. So that man just punched this spy in the back of the head. He was not expecting it.
And it was
not
only
expecting
a 4.
that guy.
Not like a 14.
Well, that's the thing about this game. That's a success, but there's a complication. This hulking. Oh, go ahead.
I've got a thing.
He's got
Okay.
Got a thing. It says, perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman.
Yeah.
That's part of my push.
Okay. I mean, yeah, describe this punch. Like, what's the effect of it? Because, yeah, you superhuman punch this guy in the back of the head. You want to knock him out? You want to kill him? Like, what are you doing?
Push him 2 feet down into the dirt.
I want to punch him in the back of the head hard enough to lay him out. Flat out, just knock him right the fuck out.
Okay, you do it. You succeed. So this fist comes, Ethan or Vay, as you're sitting there, and you have this moment where you feel like this guy is gonna stab you. He called you a traitor, and all of a sudden a fist comes from off the screen and just hits him in the back of the head, and he collapses. His hand slips off your arm. The complication that occurs is that someone is standing at the door, and they're like, "Sorry, what's going on out here? Is everyone okay?" Yeah.
Oh, I see you waving.
Albatross.
Will, as still dressed as a caterer, will walk up to this person, put his hand on their shoulder, and you see a needle stick out of the glove that he has, and just goes.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Because you have that.
Sleeping
Yeah,
agent.
actually, do you?
Yeah, he has it in his gloves. He has it specifically in the mechanical arm, where he has the fingertips dosed with with vials of it that have been screwed on. And when he puts the gloves on, he has a mechanism when he adjusts his hand for a needle to come out.
Where did you get
Just-
slumber essence? Is that
Um,
on your
eBay.
character sheet?
I thought I thought we discussed it last time for
We
For
had
the-
the syringes,
yes.
but we haven't put drugs in those syringes.
Oh shoot, never mind. I jumped
Now,
ahead.
you
You
can
just
acquire
poke him.
it.
He's like, "Ow! Why'd you do that?"
You can acquire an asset. The other thing I'll say is like
that
if
really hurt.
Albatross wants to step in and resolve this complication, which is that people are going to notice that something happened out on the balcony or in the gardens. You can just make a resistance roll and then we can resolve the stress. And yeah, you can knock this guy out, but I'm just not going to let you do it with
The syringe.
something you would. Yeah, because you would need to acquire an asset to do that.
Can I
never
just
mind.
can I just resist the consequence?
Yeah, you can too. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
or Vay can. It doesn't matter. Like one of you guys.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. What do I prowess roll?
Can. In this case, I feel like it's got to be like a social move.
So resolve roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, sixer.
Whoa.
Oh.
A single
There you go.
6. Nice job.
Nice.
Smooth as butter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so-
So
He looks at the guy, and he just gives him the "you didn't see nothing" kind of look, you know. It's like, you saw me
And,
punch that guy, then no, you didn't.
I didn't see you nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, you want one.
I don't. You have a good night. You're doing such a good job, man. And then he walks away. He walks
Hey, you're
away.
that guy. That guy from the docks. Right?
Yeah.
talking to you,
Yeah. No, it took me a second. With,
Oh, you're doing
You
a
can
character.
tell that I'm
Okay.
looking at you. There's no way for you to tell that I'm looking at you. I'm staring at you like you can see my face. I mean, you can see
Yeah.
my face, but you can't tell who I'm looking at. I'm looking at you. Hey, you're that
Yeah.
guy from the docks, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I appreciate you stepping in there. I can say I was not prepared to get quite so close to a psychopath, this early in the season.
Yeah. Me too.
Well,
You helped a
Thank
bunch of
you.
my friends. I got a bunch of buddies that wouldn't have made it if you didn't come in there the way you did with those doctor girls.
oh yes. Well, we definitely believe in our association for helping out those that need it. So we're absolutely, so great that we were able to help you and that you were nearby and were just able to help me. Thank you. How's oh, you're one of the Grey Cloaks. How's that going?
No, not really. Yeah, they just they came on down. They were looking for some extra help. So a job's a job, right? That's well, that's money's money. But I work down at the docks more than anything. You get
Anything to get coin, absolutely.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You hanging out? How you doing? Why is that guy gonna stab you?
I think I'm less the person who can answer that, and I think it'd actually be one of my partners who can come over here and maybe answer a few more questions.
This is Peak of the Devil. Albatross and two other Tycherosi caterers will come up to both of you. And Albatross will look at the other two and
You know these
point
guys?
at... Oh, we know.
Not you. I don't know you. You know these guys? They with you, or is this guy gonna try to stab you too? I don't like that.
No, they're safe. They're good. No, I appreciate
Okay.
it.
All right.
I like how on guard you are. We could use muscle like you.
Oh
wherever,
yeah. I was.
you're going.
Me too.
Well, if the coin ever dries up on the Great Cloaks, I'll tell you, might find a bit with some of the action we've been getting into. So we should keep talking.
Yeah. That's what I was
def-
thinking.
I definitely like his handiwork. Looking at the knocked out spy he's been trying to kill for years.
Guy, you know, he cracks his neck without touching his head, and this guy's huge, by the way. This dude's like a solid 6'4". It's gigantic. It's a callback to a previous episode. But he's a big dude made out of muscle, like horrifically made out of muscle, like grotesquely made out of muscle. His face
that
beat
character
up,
picture,
covered in scars. Oh yeah, dude, he's a terrifying individual. He's got UFC ears. His hair is crazy. It's everywhere. His nose is all jacked up, it's bent in weird angles. This guy's been in a lot of fights. Hell of a lot of fights. He goes to shake your hand, Vay, and for one, his hand, it's like shaking a bear, like a bear's hand, like it's huge. And his knuckles are just grotesquely covered in those thick calluses you see on those Shaolin monks that have been punching brick walls forever. He looks just like a monster. Yeah, name's Marv.
Marv, my name's Vay. Thanks for saving me, then meeting me in that order. It's it really is
that's thank you for saving my friends when you did that time.
And we'll leave it. They're having a very wonderful conversation on the thing. Albatross, your mortal enemy is knocked out unconscious in front of you. You showed up with a pair of Tikarosi carriers.
Ooh, yeah, and people who recognize him very well.
Fair enough. Yeah, you maybe show up even with the chef, the one who owns the restaurant that's catering tonight's event. What are you doing, Albatross? I don't want to tell you what you're doing. I think I know what you're doing, but
Well, he's definitely gonna be restrained, and not the pretty kind of restrained either.
Right. You guys hog tie him and throw him in the bottom of a cart, take him to the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
No worries. As you do, you pass by Myri, who is surrounded by Edwin and Edwina.
Just hear over the mental connection.
Now, you wouldn't know it, but my father's second cousin's best friend just I hate to say it, but he's got cancer, and that's just awful.
I didn't know we had the medical powers to identify cancer.
And then Edwina comes in and she starts telling you about people that she barely knows that also have cancer, and they start listing off dozens of people with cancer in the city.
That's so interesting for you. Oh, I'm sorry.
My
I
cousin
don't have the
Eduardo.
social skills to get out of this.
My cousin Eduardo
I don't have any social tips at all.
So, at this point in time, guys, I got no more obstacles for you. You've completed the score. And so we're going to discuss what happens. Because this is a moment. This is the score. Not all scores take an equal amount of time. But as the evening plays on, Myri has caught the attention of the Smiths. But their attention is finally diverted when Elijah Greenwich stands up on stage in front of these veiled paintings that he has provided.
She books this before he can even dare talk about. Oh, this reminds me of this one painting I had.
So, Albatross, you might be off dealing with your friend there, but oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything. Sorry.
No worries. We will flash back to what happens there. I'm gonna give you some time to think about what you want to do. But Vay and Marv are chumming around, and then the orchestra, like the musicians that are playing, they kind of like do like a build up piece as he goes to reveal. He lifts these veils, and one of the people in the crowd is like, sorry, that looks really familiar. Like that looks like a piece that was done by what's his name? Gaylord Marvenowich.
Gaylord
Marvenowich. Yeah, the great artist Gaylord Marvenowich. I heard your joke and I love it, but it's copyrighted. I can't say it. And I already said the.
Is that a Ben Styler painting?
Yeah, and yeah, that one over there, that's a Ben Styler, and that's his dad's Jerry Styler. No, but yeah, like the people in the crowd start murmuring, and Elijah, like his face goes red. He's clearly like really upset, and you see like an older woman being pushed in a wheelchair. Approach, and she sits in front, and she says, I apologize for everyone here. Of course, any bids made on these particular paintings will need to be set aside. Clearly, there's been an issue here. And she looks like really pissed at her son or her grandson. Like you just can see this moment where like it's a big like social kerfuffle, and while there's no like violence or anything like that, you can tell that the reputation of the Grind Witches has taken a substantial hit this evening.
I'm so psyched that our score was messing up a family. Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah. And so we'll go right to payoff, guys. Let's see what you guys got. We'll start with payoff. So we'll start with rep. You guys earn 2 rep by default. If the target of the score is higher tier than you, take 1 + 1 per tier higher. So go ahead and it's going to be a total of 4 rep. You were dealing with the Imperial military was kind of the main antagonist here. And you guys just rolled very well.
We just filled the bar.
I think it is.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll go into what that means in a second here. But it means you can move up in tier again. You earn coin based on the nature of your operation and any loot that they seized. Lord Skurlock did not say that he wanted the paintings, and so you sell them.
My man, what's his face? I forgot his name.
Hutchins.
Hutchins. I knew it was an H.
Hugbees.
And because he's your crew's contact, he's not going to take as big of a cut as he could have if he tried to fence it through somebody else. And so you guys will earn 8 coin. A big score, serious loot. Because somebody will purchase these paintings because of the name attached to them. And Hutchins is willing to pay you 8 coins up front, knowing that he will get more down the line.
Our man Hutchins.
My man.
Yeah. So yeah, once you escape and you meet up with Hutchins with the paintings, he's just like, oh, this is a good day. This is a good day indeed. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better job. You guys are into stealing art? Because if it goes this smooth every time.
And this actually went fairly well. I gotta say, aside from my ear being talked off, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you spend time with the wrong nobles. Come. Yeah, spend time with the likes of me, I suppose. And he passes it off to you. We'll go into heat. Okay. This is gonna be up for debate, guys. Are we at 0 heat smooth and quiet with low exposure, or at 2 heat, contained with standard exposure?
I think that's gonna depend on what Albatross does with his spy friend.
Well, I'll say this: if he kills him, then I'm gonna add 2 heat. Like anytime, but no one was killed during this store, so that's its own thing.
The thing is, like, yeah, I'd say like no heat because we didn't like really do anything big or loud. Just suddenly the lights went off and then the paintings were switched. So like there was no real connection to us because we're super crazy all balls to the walls all the time. But again, so my thing is, it depends on what happens with that spy. I'd say 0 unless that guy dies or something. So.
Yeah.
Murderous intent is still passing through the waters.
That's fair.
But I mean, who can prove intent?
That's right.
Oh my god.
But yes, depending on how that is handled by Dio/Albatross, I might add 2 heat after, but otherwise I'm gonna say 0 heat for right now.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Okay. So there is an entanglement from last week that we did not settle, and that's because I know exactly what it is, and it's gonna come up at the right moment. But just so you know, I did not forget about it. Just for those who are listening at home, if you're binging episodes, I am going to roll our entanglement for this week, though. Okay.
Question marks. Lame.
That's all right. I'm looking at
a
it.
private roll, okay?
And menacing.
I didn't mean to make
God,
it private, but
That's what it's like to be on this side of that. Ugh.
that's right.
Big question mark.
Okay. Ooh, this is okay. As you're coming back, where's Marv and Vay? Like, does Vay bring Marv to the library?
If you don't tell him not to follow you, he will follow you.
I think so. I think Vay, how he would go through and approach this, especially being, so quickly kind of caught up into things and having someone pop out and save him for something that he doesn't he did, but it's been a while ago. There's very much, it's like, hey, let's go in, we grab a quick drink, and then after the drink, I think that's where it kind of ends up like, all right, like, I'm gonna head home, and then suddenly we're just talking all the way back to the lair, basically. So yeah, that's
yeah. So Myri maybe headed back before you guys because she doesn't know Marv, and maybe she didn't want to go for a drink with you guys. So it's just the two of you when this happens. You're walking down the street in Six Towers, and you see one of the Church of the Weeping Lady women. Not one of yours, like, that are part of your cohorts, but like one of like the matriarchs of that church. She sees you and she stops. It's raining lightly right now, and she says, "Excuse me, you." And she's pointing at Vay.
No? Oh yeah, of course.
Where have you been? I've been trying. You need to pay. We need something from you guys. We need you to either give us some coin or whatever. We're losing followers. We're not able to provide the services that we need.
Hey, I like the way you're talking to my pal. You need to settle down.
I'm not. Well, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? You need to calm down. I don't like your tongue. I get a 6 on my command roll to get them to settle down.
Okay. Listen, I don't know what the deal is. You stole our fucking deity. sorry, you stole
Mind
our
the
deity.
language.
Yeah, sorry, I wouldn't want to swear in front of a lady, says this like 60-year-old woman.
That's right.
Yeah. You stole our deity, and you've been extorting us for money from it. And we're at a point where we don't have enough medical supplies to provide the services. And so, should we just start sending the sick to you?
That's a good point.
That's actually a really great point. No, it's I'm sorry you haven't been able to find me. No, it's we've been busy going through and dealing with outside forces that are already making it hot enough on our side, but I can definitely see that it's also coming in and affecting you on your side. So that's I do appreciate you bringing up this type of thing. Right now we're just so low on resources, and I can definitely see that you're having troubles here. There are troubles all around, really. You gotta believe us there. And so yeah, no, I'd love to help, and I think this is absolutely something that we can take a look at, and we can figure out how to get the types of resources that you need in order to help people, because we're all about helping people, and so
Well,
yeah,
we'll
we
see.
can make that work.
I won't raise my voice to you, but for all the help you've offered to us, I will thank you. And anything you can do would be greatly appreciated. Tell your friend, as she takes a step back, that his feet smell like goat cheese.
I will.
I was talking about you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You can't hear me?
She's like, I can hear you just fine. Arrivederci. And she walks away.
What?
What just happened is it was an entanglement. To resolve it, you will either need to forfeit 1 rep or 1 coin per tier of the rival, or stand up to them and lose 1 status with them.
What's
And
there?
I got that's what I got double check.
Factions page.
I think there are 2.
Weeping Lady.
There are 2 with a weak hold, yeah. So 2 coin, 2 rep, or some combination thereof, or lose 1 status with them.
Where are we at right now?
They
Adversarial.
dislike us. Yeah.
We're at -1 adversaries with them. 1 more would be enemies. And we're decently tied with them, so
Oh, there's
Like-
factions.
I feel like we just got 8 coin, and
I was gonna
think
say
it's-
we could.
Yeah, that's fair.
We got coin in the bank. We just got 8 coins. I think we can part with 2.
Yeah, might as well build more reputations with other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we busted up your goddess, but you know what? We ain't so bad.
yeah.
We're cool now. We're cool.
So yeah, I'll play this up.
Maybe
So
going to
like,
fuck off.
yeah, maybe as she goes to start to walk away, Vay's gonna kind of like pop in like his hand in his pocket. He's gonna be thinking and kind of he's doing a bit of the math in his head, and he's like, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, come back. It's absolutely a reasonable request, and we've actually I shouldn't be doing this. I've got some other funds that should be going on, but I have been meaning to come back and to help fill out your coffers and get you back into the spot you really should be at for how much good work you're doing here. And he's just gonna go and he's gonna hand over 2 coin, or I guess a pouch of 2
It's
coin.
like 2 stacks of money. He just had-
Yeah.
Just here,
Yeah.
take these.
Here you go. I just have this laying around. Here you go.
2 big old
Yeah.
bags of dollar signs on it. Here you go.
And she says,
Hey, I thought you guys did this stuff for free. What's the deal?
well, we do it for free based on the donations, but maybe you ask him where our donations have been going lately.
I thought it was free.
I wouldn't charge. We don't charge the
taking
people
the
who
money.
receive this. I'm not. Maybe you
I don't
should
get it.
ask your friend.
I don't get it.
She's just like so frustrated with you. Like I'm not. I love.
Yeah.
Flair, but- yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I like the muscle head.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Thank you. I suppose this is surprising. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest.
You too.
And she leaves.
As she walks away, Faye's gonna kind of look over and be like, Mav, like, you're wonderful. You gotta
Yeah, you
stick
do.
around more often.
Yeah. You too.
Faye's head he's kind of realizing the power of like the confusion and how simple it is to navigate things when everyone else is so much more confused. It's like, you know what? It's they're from a not-for-profit. We work with them collaboratively, and you know we've been dealing with this other group, the Path of Echoes, and I'll tell you, they've been really busting us up, and you can see it all across the district. It's a crying shame. They're you know,
It's true. It is.
they're
Yeah.
not great.
No, I don't like it.
And they continue their walk back to the lair. We are heading into downtime here. Before we do, I want to check in with Albatross. Albatross, where did you take Valeris?
He would have taken him into a
International waters.
very a very quiet part of town, somewhere away from everyone else. And he would have gotten in touch with a few different people. Told them about who they got their hands on. And they would get all the materials that they would need. They would actually keep him sedated
Okay. Yep, I'll give you that.
until they got him where they wanted him.
Okay.
And he's going to be strapped to a table.
Like a wood table, a stone table. Is this like a bit-
It would be a ritual table.
Okay. So yeah, that scene with Marvin Bay, the camera pans across the city to a dark corner of 6 towers, pretty close to where you met the Circle of Flames. Inside this like two-story like century home, you see a group of Taikarosi men standing around a sedated man strapped to a stone table. Theo. We can fade to black. Well, you don't have to describe murdering a man. Like I'm just saying, but you have to tell me what you're doing to him.
Yeah, let's fade it to black. I don't want to get into details.
Is Valeris dead?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, the we cut outside the building, and the Death Seeker crows start to gather at the nearby windowsill as we see the Taikarosi men and women leave this building and separate in the streets. I added 2 heat because you did kill a man who is tied to the Imperial military, and I gave you 1 XP because I believe you have a crew XP trigger for when you commit acts of vengeance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Also, you guys have full rep, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
so
that's
it
correct.
just went over to like we got
Yeah,
full and +1.
It
So-
doesn't work. This bar doesn't work like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once you have full rep, it stays that way until you purchase your next tier.
Got it.
which I will now explain. So when you move up in tier, you guys were tier 1 with a weak hold. You're also at war, so you're effectively tier 0 with the stronghold again. Until you resolve that war, which we may do this session. If you want to spend 8 coin again, that would move you to tier 1 with the stronghold, but you would be operating as tier 1 with a weak hold. Until you resolve that war. What that means is like when you go to war, you're not going to move to tier 0, you're going to stay at tier 1. And also your stuff is just a little bit more secure, like your people are a little bit more loyal. And so it's harder to knock you down.
Okay, so you have to fill the bar twice then to go weak strong as you go up the numbers.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The numbers are all halved basically. I see.
Yeah, and as you move up like the tier number, it gets more expensive. So tier 0 you start, but when you move to tier 1 it's 8 and then 8 coin again. To move to tier 2 it's 16.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you'll notice that the payouts are getting larger.
That's true. Yeah.
We did just get 8 coin for swapping a photo, so that does make sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. For when you're ready, when you guys decide, just let me know and we'll make that exchange. But otherwise, you can hold on to your coins for now while you go through downtime. You might want to fill out your vaults and spread the coin amongst yourselves. We're very quickly actually going to take a short break because I have to go to the bathroom.
Beep beep body time, baby.
I'm going to go to the vending machine in my house and drink an RC cola from it.
Dude,
but like,
that'd be super cool.
Were you finally able to obtain some?
No, but I did find out that the wholesale club in my town does carry it, and so I'll have some soon.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, I just have to go to the bathroom, so we'll take a short break here, guys, and when we get back, we'll get into downtime. And actually, we'll start. Yeah, we'll start with the meeting with Lord Skurlock before we get into downtime, because you guys also had a second reward coming your way.
Oh yeah.
Just about to head into downtime, but before we do, somebody ought to pay a visit to Lord Skurlock. Who's going?
Vay's
And it's
definitely.
important. I want everyone who wants to be in this scene to be there.
I would trust as well.
You say Vay is going?
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell Marv not to? He's like a puppy.
I'll
Where
leave
are we
that
going?
one up to you, Adam. If you think that you
No,
want, like,
where are we going? You want me to come with?
we're on our way to go see the benefactor or our sponsor.
What?
You know, we.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's a bit of a closed circle, but I guess what it really comes down to is if you're joining our circle or not. Is our kind of coin the type of coin you're looking to get?
It all spends the same.
All right. Well, I don't see any large problem with that. Myri, are you going to be joining us on this quick little trek?
And an entourage are gathering for a quick little trek. But I suppose I haven't seen the man yet, and I may as well.
Fair enough. So the four of you make your way over to Lord Skurlock's manor. When you arrive, the door opens before you even knock.
Is it like right before we knock?
Yeah.
Yes.
And in behind it, we have that lean, tall man who looks exhausted, the big bags under his eyes. He's gaunt and he looks drained. Would be the best word to describe it. And he waves you all in. He gives a side eye to Vay and then looks to Marv.
How you doing?
I'm very well, sir.
Me too.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Lord Skurlock is expecting you. He's on the
Me?
3rd story. Yes, you.
Okay.
Only
Just wanna
you.
Be sure. Okay. That's weird, but all right. Where is he? Upstairs.
He's on-
All right. Thanks.
Yes, just follow me, please.
Oh, okay.
And as we're walking there, Albatross is gonna look at him and is like, "Since when do you partake in you?"
What?
So to the butler.
Yeah.
Honestly, Lord Skurlock is distracted these days. I can crack a joke or two. But
Oh yeah, me too.
yeah, do you have a good joke?
Yeah. What? Yeah,
I would love. Yeah, tell me a joke.
I got. You really put me on the spot. No, there's a lot of them. I got, there's 2 men standing on the dock. They start yelling at each other, and no, it doesn't work. There's a
Albatross
guy on
files.
the dock. He's got a ship's wheel on his belt buckle, real big ship's wheel. The other man comes up and he says, "Hey, what's with that belt buckle?" And the guy goes, "I don't know, it's driving me nuts." Driving me nuts. Get it? Like a boat.
Myri aside debate. So, where did you pick this one up?
Oh, it just followed me home, but I'll tell you.
All right, just real quick, I have a joke for y'all because I heard it today and it made me laugh so loud. What do you call a duck on drugs?
I
A
don't know.
quackhead.
I knew something with quack.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All
Oh,
right.
you killed him.
But the
Yeah.
4 of you follow this butler up the stairs. He takes you past the sitting room that you were on, that you saw him on the first time, up even beyond where Albatross has met with him in the past, and you enter into like this large attic space.
Is it quack addict? All right, sorry.
No, that's
Cut that.
okay.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
No, I'm keeping it.
Aquatic.
Aquatic, yeah.
Cut that out.
As you approach, there's a door, but the door is ajar. Adam, you gonna
We
make
gotta
a
get
joke?
back. We gotta
Okay.
stop this.
No.
Father's Day is tomorrow, not today. Keep the dad jokes in the bank.
Yeah. So the door, that's also ajar. You push it open, and inside Lord Skurlock stands, and there's like a circle, like put on the floor with like chalk. And he's just drawing these symbols inside and like taking his time very intricately, laying out what is clearly a ritual circle. And he turns to you all as you enter and he says, "Hello, good to see you."
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yes. What a good man you are for escorting these people here.
Thank you. You're a good man too.
Guess the best.
Best.
The butler closes the door as he leaves, leaving you in the room with him, with Lord Skurlock. And he says, I would ask for your participation in this. This is something I've crafted together to help us deal with our problem with the Path of Echoes.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Albatross joins immediately. No questions asked.
And Myri, it's actually great that you're here. Perhaps you could critique some of this. This is I'm going to be drawing specific spirits to this location.
Oh, interesting.
Doesn't look like a spirit you're drawn to me. Oh well.
Yes. The point of this is that I've discovered over the years, Path of Echoes are quite fond of the spirits that they keep because they are previous members. And so the hopes is that they might be willing to negotiate with me or you or whoever would like to make a representative face for this. If we draw the more powerful of them here and bind them to this room.
Well, I'd say we're no strangers to using little spirit hostages. Let's see what you got here.
Yeah, and take a look, and it's a lot like the ward that you would have made when you did it in the prison. Like, the designs are very similar, but then there's like names written.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's managed to locate and find like the names of these people and put them inside like the circle here and like the triangle there. And as you prepare, the window opens and just like the wind kind of blows through as he begins to chant the words. He's given you each like a script so that you can read it aloud as well. And so he reads it once. Yeah, exactly. No, he says something along the lines of spirits who are named shall be bound, shall be found. And he just keeps repeating that over and over again. And as he does, like the wind kind of sweeps into the room. He opens a large tome, and without actually like flipping through the pages with his hands, it opens to a certain page, and it glows.
Holy shit, he's doing magic tricks.
And as you say that, Lord Skurlock scratches Marv with his claws.
Hey, the hell is this?
And the blood flies into the center of the ring, and the whole ring glows.
Holy shit.
And as you stand there and repeat these words, the screaming of spirits come, and it's probably about 8 of these spirits, and you recognize one as the one that attempted to carry Myri out.
Or she's just got like a nice smuggle face on when she sees that one. She's like,
As the ritual comes to an end, there's like a slight shimmering light around this chalk line. And the spirits can't reach past it. And they are trapped in this room with you. Lord Skurlock says, if there's anything you'd like to say to them, you can say it now. I don't know if you have personal grievances with them. But otherwise, we will wait for them to reach out.
I could wait.
Myri's just gonna like, just oh so happily, almost a little skip in her step, find her way into the front of the face of the one who tried to drag her off. Hey, you. Fuck you, just flips him off.
Hey, you buddy, right here.
He doesn't say a word, but he glares at you with his like vacant eyes, because like he's a spirit. It's almost like he's staring straight through you. The 4 of you leave, and yeah, we can probably next session pick up like with the conversation with the Path of Echoes and how you want to resolve it. Depending on how that goes, you may just have to actually go to war with them, with the ones that are left. But at this point in time, we will say that you guys we'll go into downtime proper, so we can start doing downtime actions. And so I'm going to start with Myri.
We're gonna clear some of that stress first off the bat.
Okay.
Missed how many she got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pips. Yeah.
Yep.
She's gonna go take like a nice trip, try to hunt down a book she's been wanting to get her hands on.
Okay. Are you at the library, or are you at the underground library?
I don't know. I was thinking just go around town, but
Okay. No worries. Yeah. Let's do it up. You know what? We haven't met Stasia yet. Maybe Stasia has the book.
Stasia's got. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget how to roll things.
Okay. So there's the 2 dice on the bottom left-hand side.
Right. Okay. Okay. Indulge vice.
You set your stress to 8.
8. Roll.
Well, and your number of die, right?
What? Oh.
Well, how many die are you rolling?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that real quick before you get too excited.
for
Your
resolve.
lowest one is 1. So
Okay.
do that again, but only roll 1 die. Which is actually-
because there was a 6 in there.
No,
Yeah.
but she will only rolled 3, so this gives her a 50-50 chance to roll the same or better. So
Hmm.
No.
Ooh, it's
We-
so
we will
weird.
take the- we will take the 3 because you rolled 3 on like a disadvantage die. You can clear 3 stress.
Okay. Very kind of you, sir.
No worries. I'm not always mean. But you do, because I don't know. You should meet her at some point. Here is Stasia, the apothecary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's got a couple fingers missing.
Do she?
That happens in apothecarying.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She has a couple fingers missing. Why not?
Oh, God.
You meet Stasia at her home. You kind of just walk in, as if she had invited you, but she had not. And she says to you, "Oh, Myri, hi. Thank you for knocking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Can I help you with something? Are you looking for something?" Sorry, as she's speaking to you, she's standing over a cauldron and she's clearly making up some concoctions.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood and I remembered you had this one book and it was really... there was something in it and I really wanted to double check it. She's already going over to her bookshelf, start riffling through her stuff.
Yeah, Stasia kind of shakes her head and she's just, take a look at whatever you'd like. Here, while you're here, try this. And she hands you a vial, an unmarked vial.
Oh, gosh. I not even batting an eye, just grabs it, downs it.
Yeah, so it's a very mild form of trance powder. So you have that.
I know this shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it in smaller doses. You ever heard of microdosing?
No, you guys tell me about that sometime.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a couple of minutes that you're sitting there, but the interesting thing is because you're not completely out of your mind, it actually almost helps you focus. And so you find the book really quickly.
Methamphetamines are not created in
Oh, great, let's
places
hit me a
dark.
new vice. How about that?
Maybe.
Sounds you're going to hook me up with that.
Well, I'm always
This is doing
around.
wonders. I know
no,
I know this one guy. He goes on like these weird benders sometimes, and we just don't see him for a while.
Oh,
Imagine
I
he
mean,
came up with you.
That's half the men in the city, I suppose.
Got me there.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, and yeah, you have a lovely afternoon, Nastasia. Is there anything you would want to talk to her about or do with her, or are you like focused on reading that book?
I can't think of anything in particular. You know what? Do you still get around Charter Hall?
From time to time. I mean, I dropped out. But
Word.
yes, word indeed.
Man, trying to be cool. What do the kids say
Yeah.
these days? Word.
Well, it's like the hanging out with the old friends. You're trying to like act cooler, and
I've been doing cool stuff. Sure.
Yes. And she's like, yeah, but every once in a while I make it down. To be honest, a lot of the students there like to buy the more recreational of my concoctions.
Oh, that's just how it always is. Act like they're going to be all good little students, and then the second that no one's looking, it's ragers in the dorm rooms.
It's okay. Half the stuff is cut anyways. It's just it's garbage product for rich assholes. That's just how I roll.
Great
But,
way to roll.
Is there something you're looking for in Charter Hall, or someone you're looking to catch up with?
To catch up with, absolutely not. You're the only good thing to come out of that place, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Mary, you're one of a kind. That's what I'll say.
Because, okay, like out of character, it was like one of the things was in Charter Hall, right?
Yes, it is. You know that it's in the like Sparkwright Tower, like the foundation seems to have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also Path of Echoes are part of Charter Hall.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's like 3 schools. There's like it's all one school, like all one campus, but there's like 3 like separate areas. So there's like a row of old houses that they've converted into like the law department. So like that's where people go to learn to become lawyers. There's like another section that's for like spectrology and philosophy and ethics and stuff.
Mhm.
And that's where that's like an old cathedral. And then there's like a lightning tower in the middle of Charter Hall that the foundation and the Sparkwrights have built together. And that's where you would learn Sparkwright, Sparkcraft, and then also like engineering.
Okay.
Yeah. You would go to a different school if you wanted to learn anything but those 3 or like those kind of 3 areas of disciplines. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of the kids at the Sparkwrights are disillusioned, I suppose, like to put it another way. It feels like something's happening with them. They're basically being told that they might not even have a purpose in a few years.
Play.
Yeah.
You think with these giant walls, specifically made out of Sparkwright, you think that would kind of be necessary for a while?
Well, between you and me, the Leviathan hunters haven't been bringing back the Leviathan's blood. And so-
Spoilers.
Oh.
They've been, well, not we, I don't do nothing, but I've heard that they're looking at different solutions to the problem.
Interesting.
But the Sparkwrights themselves will do it, but then I don't know what happens after that. It would definitely change the way that our city runs, the country runs.
Well, sure.
I don't know, just thought it was interesting.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah. Here, try this one. And she hands you another vial.
Just downs it without question.
Your hand shrinks.
Oh, what the shit?
Don't worry, it'll be back. It'll be back. Here, try this one. And she just like starts handing you more. And...
She keeps taking them.
Wait, hold on.
She trusts her enough not to kill her.
Did you take it with the regular hand or the tiny hand?
Take my
This
strong
feels
hand.
so huge. My little hand.
Yeah, and the two of you drink tea with tiny hands because that's just funny.
It's so weird.
And we'll check in with who's ready. Adam.
Hi. What are we doing?
Well, downtime actions. So we got a few things because we got Jacob. Not Lutz. Lutz is still lost.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. That I am very excited to find out what the fuck that is. But let's see. Look at old Jacob. Well, all of his stuff, he doesn't have any stress on him. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. He's not going to be able to get anything out of training immediately. Neither is Marv. Marv's got a little bit of stress on him. Marv's going to go indulge in his vice.
Okay, what is his vice?
Beating people up.
Okay.
Fighting.
So where does he go?
It's
to
stupor.
beat
It
people
falls
up?
under stupor. Oh, he goes down to the docks and he fights people down there. So he's got a buddy, a good friend. Her name's Marlene.
Ooh, a pugilist.
Yeah. They get together. They slap each other around. Sometimes it gets hot and heavy. Sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't matter. It's a fun time. Whatever.
All right. So you go down. Marlene is sitting at sitting on like a little milk crate on the corner, smoking a cigarette, and she sees you, Marv, and she stands up and she's like, "Are we going?"
Yeah, let's do this. Had a long day. Met some weird guys.
Nice. And then she
Nice.
swings and she just punches you in the jaw.
Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't ready. I'm still wearing my shirt. Hold on. He takes off his shirt and he is horrifically jacked. Horrifically. And like 0% body fat, and like he looks very dehydrated. Like you can see every detail of every muscle, and he's like super vascular, and he's like, "All right, let's dance. Don't take it easy on me like you did last time. I'm not gonna take it easy on you." Ow.
All right.
Ow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ow, ow.
Go ahead and roll that stress roll and see what happens.
Alright. I shouldn't be doing this. Stress roll, indulge vice. I just realized that I'm definitely gonna overdo it. It's because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it?
Oh, it's an insight? No, I'm not gonna do it. Never mind. I take it back. It's stupid to do that right now. It was like, oh, I've only got 2. I can get rid of that real easy, but like,
Wondering
go too
that.
big. They're gonna go way too big. So no, he's not gonna do that. He's just, you know what? He's gonna do it, but for fun. There's no actual, mechanical benefit. He's just they're gonna slug each other around a little bit, and it's like, that's nice. You got a good punch. Yeah, you do too. Yeah. All right.
Do you want to acquire an asset as Marv?
I don't. What do I like? What can I do? What do I get? I don't know. I tried looking in the book for magic weapons or some kind of shit, and I don't know.
I mean, we can always workshop like a magic weapon or something.
I don't actually want a magic weapon. I just I don't know what kind of thing I get.
Whatever you think. I think that someone like Marlene might have like a group of thugs that could like beat the shit out of a bunch of people for you, and you can just have that in your back pocket.
I do that myself.
That's
Maybe
right.
I don't know, like a bunch of food.
Sure. You want to
that.
acquire a bunch of food? Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of food. I ate
Okay.
a lot of food. Ate
Yeah.
some protein.
At magical whey protein powder.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
misinterprets what you're asking for, and so Vay, you're sitting at the lair, kind of going over some plans, and all of a sudden, like crates of food just start showing up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
What do you
that
think? That's what
solves
I
the
need.
Like not like magically, like guys are carrying them from
Okay,
the
well,
docks.
yeah.
Like
I'll tell you, Marv. I told you earlier we were having a bit of a supply problem, but this is hitting us now. We don't have enough demand, and we're still out of balance. So I appreciate
You
the
want me to
efforts.
throw it out?
But no, I just I don't know how we're gonna distribute all this food, or what we do with 4 crates of leech bugs. I don't know.
I will
don't
I will say
understand.
this: if you were to want to do some sort of community project, and this might give you like a substantial benefit to that.
I was literally just upset, bruh. Block party.
Doing a black
like
party
that
at this cult house.
For the weeping women.
Yeah, but no, you acquired a bunch of food. We'll
Alright.
say that.
There you go. Nice.
We'll go to Vay. Vay is sitting here with his crates. What does he want to do with them, or what does he want to do with his life?
That's what's on your mind right now. You're like, what? How did I get here?
It's a little less on the logistics right now, to be honest. We just haven't gone through and done the score. I think they just need some time to relax, and so it worked out so well last time. We're gonna make another trip back to the Church of Ecstasy in order to see if we can't, experience another great sermon and feel even more
Okay.
relaxed.
All
You want
right.
me to come with?
I mean, if pain is your thing, then you can. Sure,
sure.
Bob. Why not? Why not have you come on down to the Church of Ecstasy?
That's all right. I don't know much about church.
Is Marv going with him? Just so
Oh,
I
yeah.
know how to describe what
It's-
happens next. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my my next. I don't know how that's gonna help me out, but I'm gonna. That's it. Yeah. There he
Okay.
goes.
So you go down with Marv to the Church of the Ecstasy of Flesh and Brightstone, just in time for their next sermon. The two of you enter and sit down towards like the back pews, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
A lot people seem to be giving Marv quite a bit of berth.
Don't want to be near him when the paddles come out.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make that roll, Ethan, and I'll describe based off the roll.
Oh, man!
Snake eyes.
Ooh. What would piss Marv off?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Something stupid.
Okay, so during this sermon, those younger like members of the church, like they're kind of dressed up in their garbs, they're acting as like a similar role to an altar boy. During this sermon, they're expressing they're trying to get the people to express fear, and so they're threatening people with like lightning hooks. And kind of shocking some of the members if they don't express enough fear and until they are afraid. As the man at the front is just fear is a natural part of life, and it's important to understand it so that you may conquer it. And then he says that as a woman is in tears crying because she's being menaced by a bunch of these lightning hooks. And as they approach you, Vay, they go to do this to you.
Hey, back the fuck off.
Sorry,
I
what?
I don't like what you're doing here.
He goes to menace you with it. He's just
Get that outta here.
no,
Quit
this is part. This is part of the.
No. No. I don't do that. It's weird. Why are you doing this?
And Vay maybe realizes that this is not working out as well as he hoped it would.
Not at all.
Because he brought Marv.
Hey. No.
No.
And it's like just the level of confusion going on back and forth, and Vay's kind of realized he's made a mistake here, and also not super loving, what's going on with the church as well. I think it's kind of twofold on both sides. Neither one is really kind of delivering there, and there's that annoyance, and they'll kind of just, we
But
should.
do they just
I think
torture
we should
people?
go. I think we should go, Mav. I don't think this is really working out.
That's a little weird. I don't like this place. I mean, yeah. Let's go. And you, stop it. Stop.
Stop. Get some help.
sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry. I didn't
hey.
mean to.
Get out of here.
Okay.
We cut to Albatross, who's on somewhere else in the city. He's walking down the street. I'm gonna give you something, Dio.
Okay.
Okay. You can decide if you keep it or what you do with it. But you're walking down the street with a spirit vial or a spirit jar. It's like a little vial that you have as like a necklace you can wear around your neck. Inside of which is a familiar, if smaller, figure of Valeris. You keep it close to your chest. You know that as a true Imperial loyalist, this is like his greatest nightmare, is that he would be forced to continue to live past his death. But you have them, and you can do whatever you want with them, but you can put that on your character sheet. You have a spirit jar with the spirit of Valeris inside it.
Just go ahead and add that NPC to your inventory.
Wait, how would I add it to my? Would it be through notes?
I would just throw it in notes. Yeah.
Okay.
You have it. Yeah. Just try to remember that you technically have your rival with you at all times now, unless you want to just throw him in the gutter, which is
No. He's gonna shake it first.
It's your little personal glow stick every now and then. Just
Just shake him up to piss him off so you can see in the dark. I love it.
Nice. And what is Albatross doing during this downtime? Didn't gain any stress. I don't know where you're sitting at with that.
Well, to be preemptive, I mean, there's two things he wanted to do. Actually, now three. First thing would be first.
Checks out.
First thing would be first.
So it's because we got technically one action for
right, because we're at war.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only
One
have
action.
one action. Yep.
Everything else is gold.
Yeah, I think this would be important. So he would for the first action, he would start looking for leads on his own for demons. He made a promise to his
Okay.
to his kin.
So we will start a long-term project. It's going to be I'm going to make it a 6-segment clock. Called Hunt Succeeded.
Okay.
And it's going to be a clock. Sorry, I just got to make it. And you can go ahead and make a roll on that.
And I'm gonna use my special ability Scout. When you gather info to locate a target, you get a +1 effect. When you hide, I get a +1 effect to it. So that would change it to a Raider standard.
Well, because this is a downtime action, it doesn't quite work like that.
Okay.
So really, it's just you get depending on what you roll, you fill out a certain number of dice or slots on the clock.
Okay.
So there's no controlled, like there's no risk, there's no pushing for
okay.
effect.
Oh, so I just roll the dice?
Yeah.
What?
Unfortunately,
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow,
Triple
that's
ones!
Triple one. What the hell?
yeah. I mean, the good news is you can't, like, nothing bad is going to happen to you other than that you only fill out one of the segments on this clock.
So we just had 6 die get rolled.
Yeah.
1 by CJ, 2 by me, and 3 by Dio, and all of them were ones.
Wow.
This is fucked.
What is it? Wow.
The best to get them all out here.
Yeah.
All stress. We cannot reduce stress without money.
I mean,
Yes. And so, Albatross, when you go on your hunt, you are stalking the streets of 6 Towers, following some rumors that there's been a demon sighted near here. You hear like the sounds of breaking windows and glass. And when you go to investigate, you just don't see it. But everywhere you go this evening, you hear the sounds of glass breaking.
Oh no.
It seems that you have maybe become hunted.
okay.
So you made
Can
some
I-
progress in the sense that you're more likely to run into this demon again.
Can I instead of using coin, can I use stash?
You can withdraw a coin from stash at a rate of 2 to 1.
I'll just use 1 coin, and I'll attempt to find it again.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll go with you for your second, and then we'll roll
Oh,
back.
sorry.
Yeah, no. Well, like we can do that. That's totally fine. So yeah, go ahead and roll again.
What?
My god, what the hell's happening?
Something's broken.
What's that?
3 more
everyone
ones.
refresh. Everyone
Okay.
refresh.
Yeah, actually, very quickly refresh and try that roll again. I'm sorry, like I feel like that's
Or-
gotta be.
We can do some test rolls right now.
No,
No,
that's
I'm rolling
that's
fine.
Oh, Marv
What
can roll,
the
but Marv's like, "Whoa, yeah, it's a roll. What? It's not ones."
I don't get it. What's happening?
yeah, because I would have had a partial here. So no, that was just really unlucky twice
That
in
is
a row.
incredible.
Okay, how dark are you guys willing to go on this?
Pitch black. Midnight.
Okay, Albatross, you keep trying to like kind of outmaneuver this entity that seems to be following you. You are aware that it's unnatural for this much breaking glass to just be following you around. As you turn the corner where you think that you heard a sound, you see that there is like a cat that has been like lacerated with glass left for you.
What a catastrophe. I'll show myself out.
No worries. Unfortunately, it still has the upper hand for now. The good news is you have filled out 2 segments on a 6-segment clock. So it's not like totally impossible that you could get it on the next one. We'll go back up to, I think the last one was Ethan. Ethan had a very disappointing sermon at the Church of Ecstasy of the Flesh.
So, with Ecstasy of the Flesh not going well, and maybe needing a quick little break from Mav and his contributions to many of the conversations going on as of late, Vay's gonna go to I think we're gonna go under the city. I think we're gonna go try to get another look at the terrible monstrosities underneath the.
Are you going on a guided tour with your buddy, the fake gondolier?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you meet with him again. He takes not a mechanical amount of coin, but he takes some coin from you, and you cast off. Once again, I'll have you make your roll.
No, that's bad.
Oh,
That's one over. That's
what the
Ethan?
hell is going on?
Yeah, Ethan. Vay is lost.
Oh boy.
As you
Marv's not gonna be happy.
as Vay goes under the city with the gondolier, the camera stays at the entrance of the canal. Hours later, he comes back alone without Vay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh boy.
The good
Well,
news is
that
you clear all
clears the
stress.
I'm
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
I'm making you make a backup character.
I mean, that is my distraction at the beginning of this game, as I was looking at character sheets going, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to be a hull. Interesting. Yeah, how does that work? Cool. All right.
We'll move back to Marv. Marv, is there anything else you would like to do? It will cost a coin to do it. Or Jacob.
The fucking up the church counts.
No. You are. Oh, I thought you acquired an asset of a bunch of food.
Yeah, there's the one thing.
Yeah, but we're at
only
war,
get
so
one.
we only get one.
Oh, then yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. No worries. So we'll go back to Myri.
Yes, I would like to spend 1 coin to do some more work on my railgun.
Absolutely. Well, we're only 2 away, so just don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a
Here
1.
it comes. Why'd you say it out loud? Ugh.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
No.
So you can go ahead and make a tinker or a study roll. It's a study roll for that.
Study for now, yeah.
Yeah.
Study, controlled standard, modifier, ba-boom.
It's not a
You
one.
can pay it. It's still a failure. So unfortunately, I was kidding with that. It is still only 1 segment on the clock, which means you're 1 segment away. You could pay a coin to clear it,
I don't want to pay another coin.
or a rep. A coin or a rep would boost that up.
Okay, so guys,
Yeah.
what? Because
I'm
we
for it.
didn't divvy out the coin we got, and also which would you prefer?
Quick mechanical
So-
question. We did get 1 rep more than the bar that fills up. Are we able to use that one, or is this the rules knocked down of nope, it fills up that much, you have to pull from
it
that
fills
pool?
up. Yep, you got to pull from that pool. I mean, if you only pull 1 or 2, you just have to do 1 more score. It's back up to tops.
I mean, we need
We-
like
I mean, we
16
need-
coin anyway,
We
right?
need a lot of
No,
coin
you
to do it. Yeah.
You need 8 coin because you're
For this
only
one.
tier 1.
Okay.
Like you're tier 1 weak.
Okay.
So you have to spend 8 coin to move to tier 1, and then 8 coin to get strong, and then 16 coin to move to tier 2. And then it gets like crazy after that. I've never seen a game where anyone makes it past tier 2. Just being honest. Also remember that you guys have your vice den. So I moved of the 8 coin you got, 3 of them into the vault. Because that's into your character sheet just now. So there's 5 left to distribute amongst you.
And yeah, then we get the offertory and vice den.
That wasn't an occult.
Oh, it was an occult
operation.
operation. Yeah.
But you do get the vice den.
I
if you
just
wanna
saw 2
make
coins
that
like,
roll.
yeah.
Yeah, you can make the vice den roll whenever you'd like.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. So you're still tier 1, even though you're operating as tier 0. The vice den will operate as normal. So roll 1 die.
Trying to figure out how to do that.
Just click the D6 button and hit roll on the bottom, like under chat.
I'm figuring things out. Why did it roll 2? Why would you do that to me?
You know what? I saw a 6 there. I'll take it. You guys earn 2 more coins, so there's actually
Nice.
7 coin to distribute amongst yourselves. So maybe everyone gets 2 except for Murphy gets 1 because he's new to the crew.
Yeah, that seems fair.
That was good.
Yeah. Make it easy.
In which case, all right. I'll just go ahead and use that other coin. Let's just get out of this planning phase.
Sorry to do it. All right, give me one more roll.
Okay. No, where were you?
Ew.
Where were you?
Oh,
A
there it is.
6.
Okay.
Where have you been?
I will be kind because that was a lot of ones for you guys. So we are actually gonna put that would be 3. So the build is also an 8 segment clock. So we're 2 segments onto that one. So you have the design down now. But while we do, before we end today's session, let's talk about what you want this gun to do. So let's look at downtime rules. I'm going to show the players so that you can maybe look at the crafting section as well there, Mary. Creation questions. What type of creation is it and what does it do? So this is a gun, like a rail gun, so a very powerful gun that is explicitly designed to shoot ghosts. Does it also shoot like things or people? Like, does it only affect ghosts or does it affect both?
I want to say it's like shooting like the kind of like not like the ectoplasm kind of stuff. So like in theory, I think that would hurt people because it's like the protoplasm,
Okay.
whatever it's called.
So it acts like a bullet when it's shooting a ghost, but it acts like an arc cannon, like a lightning cannon when it shoots people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and you get bonuses when inventing and crafting creation types. So that's what's the minimum quality level of this item? This is a powerful weapon. I'm gonna say that this is a quality level 4. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? When you go to craft, actually, this one. Okay, I can actually get rid of that clock. We don't need that clock anymore. I'm just quickly reading. Okay, so you get +1 quality per coin spent, +1 quality for workshop crew upgrade, and then when you roll your crafting roll to make this, it depends. So you would roll, let's say you rolled a 1 on that roll, you now have a tier 0 result, and you would have to spend 4 coin to bring it up.
Okay.
If you got a critical, that would bring you up to a tier 3. It would only cost 1 coin to make to finish it off. And actually, no, it would cost no coin because you already get a +1 quality for the workshop that you have. So you're operating as if you were a tier 2 when you make it. So you spend a downtime activity to make a tinker roll to determine the quality level of the item you produce. Now that you get the plan, it's only 1 downtime action. It's
Okay.
just a matter of how much money it will cost.
Okay. That's
Okay.
gonna be for next downtime.
Yes, yeah. But yes, you are able to build it the next time you have the opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Is anyone else taking any further downtime actions?
Nah.
Not Vey.
No, not Vey. Vay, you're gone forever. Oh, I'm kidding. No, Vay's coming back. And we will get into that. Very quickly, I want to check in with Lutz. Are you ready for this, Adam?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
Lutz, you are sitting in Iron Hook Prison. Not in a cell, but like in one of the guards' quarters. But the door is still locked. You've come down off the morphine maybe 3 or 4 days ago. You haven't seen Aaron, but you look at the window and you see a lot of movement and kerfuffle. People seem to be organizing for some sort of event. People are bringing foods, and they're bringing like decorations and flowers.
Oh no.
And you see that the canteen, the dining hall, that the same one that you first spoke with Myri and Vay in when you planned your escape from Iron Hook Prison, all the tables have been removed, and it looks like someone's setting up for some kind of wedding.
Oh no. Oh, not again.
Again.
And,
Again.
No, it's never happened before that I know of.
As you're looking out the window, Erin comes by and she smiles at you. And she holds up like a woman by her hair, and you recognize her. It's Mandy.
Mandy.
And she says to you, and you can hear each other through the door. Ludes, it's perfect. In just 2 days, we're gonna get married. And we're gonna seal the deal when we drive this dagger through her heart.
In 2 days?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll end it there, guys.
Fuck.
Man.
Oh, low energy for Ludes there. Little.
I think he still comes like he wakes up from his bender, and it's just his apparently new fiance has got a dagger to his old girl, his old flame, and is just like, yeah, I'm gonna get married and kill this girl. How's that? And he's like, oh, okay.
You said 2 days? I got 2 days to figure out how to get out of this shit. Okay.
In the
Good
real
luck.
world, we have 2 weeks to figure
Oh,
out
yeah.
what we're gonna do about that. Yes, unfortunately, I'm going to a real wedding next week.
Is it inspiration?
Are you gonna kill the groom's axe? Like, oh no.
Nothing like that,
Mandy.
but yeah,
Oh my
Mandy's here.
I hope it doesn't
It's
happen in the
only
real
big.
wedding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Don't do a test out in the real world.
Play test it.
Yeah.
Play test it.
Play test it.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm good to call it there for the night. If you want to stop the recording, I don't think I.
Wanna
Oh wait! Oh my
record the
God!
XP?
Well,
You
we
did
can record-
Toodaloo!
I
No,
didn't
yeah.
Toodaloo, guys. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I got to apologize. I forgot to say Toodaloo to you,
Crimes.
Toodle to you.
and so
Oh.
I'll say it now so that I can edit out the part where I forgot to say goodbye.
It's so embarrassing. You made it 13 times. You did it, and then you forgot.
I'm very tired. I spent my entire morning so
Only now as I'm editing the episode that I realized I still forgot to say have a good night and toodaloo. And so instead, I'm going to tell you about a drink that I make, like back when I was a bartender. This is a few years back in my life. It's called the Ryan Reynolds. It's my version, like a drink version of a Burt Reynolds. So you have your equal parts whiskey and butterscotch liqueur. You add a little bit of ginger ale, so like 2 fingers with a ginger ale, and then pure lime juice and just a hint of lime cordial. And honestly, it's a good drink. It tastes a little bit like honey. I imagine it kind of tastes like what Ryan Reynolds might taste like if you were to lick the man. So yeah, I apologize for not saying toodaloo, but you can enjoy that bit of information, and you can make that home if you like. It's a good enough drink. It's not the best one I make, but you can't have that recipe. Anyways, you all have a good night, and toodaloo.